We all know it's smart to have an attorney, but with legal fees spiraling out of control, who can pay for it? $200, $300, $400 an hour legal fees. Let's face it, justice is too expensive.
Have you ever heard that old joke? You go up to an attorney and you say, "I've got $500, will you answer 2 questions for me?" And he goes, "Sure, what's the second question?"
Well, we always wanted to talk to attorneys in the past, but of course, for little problems, we'd never think about picking up the phone, because if somebody owed us, you know, $100 or $50, we knew the attorneys were going to cost more than that.
It wasn't that I didn't need an attorney, but the big thing was I couldn't afford one.
They wanted an upfront retainer fee.
I had a cable bill once where they billed me incorrectly. Well, I'm not going to spend $200 an hour to have an attorney write a letter to the cable company because they owe me $70.
But what if there were a way? What if you could have expert, top-rated law firms on your side, a phone call away, for less than $1 a day? Welcome to the legal revolution. Don't think you need an attorney? Statistics prove you are 3 times more likely to be in court than you are to be hospitalized. In fact, according to the American Bar Association, 52% of households have a legal situation right now.
I think of myself as a pretty good citizen. I don't get in a whole lot of trouble, but you know, things do happen.
The IRS called me. Told me, guess what? You owe. And you know what IRS mean, I'm really running scared. And I was.
We had a case where things kind of weren't diagnosed properly from the beginning, and I didn't know where to turn. I mean, and we didn't want to sue anybody. We just wanted to know what our rights were because things had gotten really deep.
We had never been involved in a death in the family. We didn't know how to probate a will or what we were supposed to do when someone died.
They never gave me the service they needed. They finally I demanded a refund. They said, "Sorry, we have a no refund policy."
The most common responses to a legal dispute? Ignore the problem. Try to handle it personally.
I'm the type of person, I write letters. I did everything on my own, which was so time-consuming.
The main reason people don't seek legal counsel? They're intimidated by lawyers. They don't know who to call. They believe it would cost too much.
Most people think they don't need an attorney because they don't think they can afford to use it.
But there is a solution. A concept called prepaid legal.
Prepaid legal plan is a system whereby for a small monthly fee, $25 or less, a person can have an umbrella of legal protection placed around them and their family. It allows them to have access to the legal system that the majority of us simply don't have access to because of the cost.
As a person that has an income, that has a home, that has a family, prepaid legal is a way for me to protect myself and my family, personally, professionally, and financially.
A prepaid legal plan does for our attorney bills what HMOs do for doctors and hospital bills.
Honestly, I never thought I'd use it, but I really liked the concept. And I thought I had nothing to lose, so I joined, and I was really glad I did.
The more times you use this service, the more times it works.
It's time to level the playing field. With your monthly prepaid legal services membership, you'll join the select group of North Americans that have access to top-rated, experienced law firms, and you'll get the services you need. And there's no risk. If you decide at any time, for any reason, to cancel your membership, simply notify Prepaid Legal Services. How would it feel to have your provider law firm ready to write a letter and make phone calls on your behalf? Review your documents and contracts. Prepare a will to protect your loved ones. Consult with on questions about your home, family, workplace, and taxes.
In September of '98, I bought a home. And so we agreed that since the seller had had it for 9 months, that he'd pay 3/4 of the taxes, I would pay 1/4. No problem. I closed on the house, went down, paid my 1/4 of the taxes. Didn't think anything of it. Right before Thanksgiving, I received a letter from a law firm in Austin saying that that they represented Robertson County and I was being sued for back taxes and they were going to seek garnishment of my wages. And just being a new member of Prepaid Legal, I said, you know, this is a good chance to see how my lawyers are going to work for me.
When I first joined, I really didn't think that we would needed an attorney. Hadn't used one before We've called almost 20 times in 13 months, and the most recent was Valley's Health Club. Said we owed them $1,500 on a credit report, and I knew I could have called and fought with them for 5 hours on the phone, got red in the face. And it was just nice to be able to say, I'm gonna call my attorney. Hear the guy say, call your attorney. And I did so, and within a week, they'd sent them a letter, a credit reporting agency a letter, and me a copy, and the situation was dealt with the way it should have been in the first place.
When I got home, there was a letter in my fax machine from the law firm in Austin saying they had been in contact with my attorney, that they realized the situation, that I was not at fault, and that they totally apologized for any inconvenience that I might have had. And I thought, you know, this works pretty good.
There's a lot of comfort knowing that now if I think my rights are being trampled on, I can call up an attorney and find out for sure.
The legal advice you need, when you need it, only a phone call away. Your prepaid legal services membership plugs you into a network of carefully chosen provider law firms, ready to solve your legal issues.
Prepaid Legal is the #1 client in our law firm. And we got an 80-person law firm. We're one of the biggest law firms in the state of Oklahoma. We have offices in Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Muskogee. We represent some of the biggest corporations in this state. We represent some of the richest people in this state. But still, our #1 client is Prepaid Legal, because Prepaid Legal collectively together, 25,000 members in the state of Oklahoma. Collectively, those members pay our law firm a retainer each month bigger than any other clients we have in our law firm. So collectively, they pay a big retainer, and individually, we treat those members, those individual members, like they're king, like they're queen. They're the biggest clients we got in our law firm, and we treat them as such. We treat them with dignity, respect, and compassion. We appreciate them being members of Prepaid Legal and clients of our law firm.
When you're paying the law firms the kind of money that we are, and in some cases, $700,000, close to $1 million per month, we are that law firm's #1 client. And they don't want to lose that business. So they go above and beyond the call of duty to perform for our members. And as a prepaid member, even though you're paying your $25 a month, you are part of the #1 client base of that law firm, and you're treated just like that.
80% of Europeans have prepaid legal coverage. Less than 1% of North Americans have a prepaid legal service membership. The only reason people don't have prepaid legal coverage is because they don't know it exists. A product that nobody has, that everybody needs.